How's everybody doing today? So I didn't get any video yesterday. My dad was in the shop too, so I didn't want to bother him. But what I ended up doing is I took a couple of mud flaps. You can see that's what I got left. A couple of mud flaps off of a logging truck and cut them so they're not too wide and bolted them in place. So I'm at least legal. With my exhaust being slightly bent, I had to cut a little gap out of that one to make it fit so I don't melt and smoke all over the place, but everything's looking a little bit better. But I was still having issues with the cab corners catching. So I ended up just coming in here with a grinder and just chopping the entire bottom of the fender off. Yeah, brand new fenders, but whatever. So the plan today was I was going to take what's left over of these mats and I was going to cut a little section off. And I was going to make myself a little front mud flap, but it's going to stick out too much. Tire's just going to rip it off anyway, so I'm just going to leave it alone. What I am going to do though is this pinch weld here, just so that under full suspension with my tire locked, I don't come into it and actually just slice my tire. I'm going to grab a hammer and just beat the heck out of that and try to flatten it out a little bit. Hammer, 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 hammer. Hammer, 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 hammer. Hard to get a good angle on this without whacking my elbow on the concrete here. You know, I'm gonna grab some gloves before I hurt myself. Okay, round two. Good enough. I can't swing with my left hand, so this is gonna be goofy. That'll do. So another small problem I was having is after changing this wiper motor, this spring doesn't seem to have the tension that it should have on it. Whenever I hit the wiper, I'm missing most of the windshield. So it's a little bit loose here. Then if I pop it off, I can slide it back on, try to make sure it's seated properly. Lock it in place. And if this doesn't work, I'm going to try and bend the arm. That actually seemed to do it. I tried doing that at home before I came here and it didn't make any difference. But whatever, seems to be working now. The plan was, if it wasn't going to work, oh, rust all over my truck from my shirt. If it didn't work, I was going to lift this up and I was going to try and bend the arm right about here just to give it a little bit more downward pressure, but it seems to be working, so whatever, it can stay.